Okay. So today we will start from the last class. So in order to compute income from salary, we have to know the rules for allowances, perquisites, retirement benefits, and other aspects. So now city compensatory allowance we have already discussed. It is fully taxable. You have to remember the rule. It is fully taxable. Tiffin or lunch allowance or dinner allowance, which is a part of your salary, is fully taxable. Non-practicing allowance already I have discussed. This is also the rule is fully taxable. Warden allowance or proctor allowance is also fully taxable. Next one is a deputation allowance. The rule is fully taxable. Just you have to remember the rules. But if you remember the rules, then at the time when we are solving the problem and trying to find out the income from salary, it will be very, very useful. Okay, I have already covered all these things, but just let's start by recapping what we have done in the last class. Overtime allowance, the rule is fully taxable. Medical allowance, it is fully taxable. Servant allowance also is fully taxable. Any other allowances which are not mentioned and they are given for the sake of giving, it is fully taxable. For example, family allowance, project allowance, or marriage allowance, or holiday allowance are fully taxable. Okay, educational allowance of the children, we will see there are rules for this. Next one. Next one is, now we are going to see which are the taxes which are partially exempted or partly taxable. Which are the taxes which are partly exempted and which are the and partly taxable. So remember this, all these things. Okay, I will just recap it. Okay, now the first allowance which I am going to deal for the day is HRA, house rent allowance. House rent allowance, this is paid to the employee as a part of the salary, as a salary component for paying rent for residential purpose, for paying rent for the house which the employee has taken on rental basis. So the thing is that the employer pays to employee HRA towards house rent allowance, house rent allowance. So as we have seen in previously, that some allowances are fully taxable, but HRA is such an allowance, it is not fully taxable. It is not fully taxable. So when there is an element that it is not fully taxable, then there are rules coming into picture. There are rules coming into picture. All these rules you have to remember. Rule number 1, rule number 2, rule number 3, and rule number 4. Now, what does this rule number 1, 2, 3, 4 says? Rule number 1 says that first you have to take into consideration, first you have to calculate and find out what is the actual HRA paid by the employer to the employee. This is the first one. So in the salary component, they are having HRA. So you have to find out what is the HRA paid by the employer to the employee during the year. Okay, number 1. Number 2 is after you have calculated number 1, you have to find out number 2. Number 2 is what excess of rent paid by the assessee over 10% of salary. So this is nothing but rent paid by the employer to the owner for the year minus 10% of salary. 10% of salary. Please remember this. This is rule number 2. So salary means what? We will see that one also. Now, if the employer is residing or working in Bombay, Kolkata, Delhi, and Chennai, if the employer is the employee is doing job in a place like Delhi, Kolkata, Mumbai, and Chennai, and HRA is paid to this employee, then you have to take into account, you have to find out the 50% of salary. 50% of salary. 50% of salary. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 4 is, see, the employer can be working in Bombay, Kolkata, Delhi, or Chennai, or other places. Other places means places which are not here mentioned in point number 3, but point number 4. For example, other places apart from Mumbai, Kolkata, Delhi, and Chennai can be Bangalore, Nagpur or Pune or Sangli, Satara, Aurangabad, so on and so forth. So here you have to, if the employment is in these places, then you have to consider only 40% of salary. 40% of salary. So you have to calculate. This is step one. Step one is what? Step one is you have to find out what is the total HRA paid by the employer to the employee. Number one. Number two is rent paid by the employee to the the owner of the house minus 10% of salary. Number three is you have to find out where is this person working, whether is he working in Bombay, Calcutta, Delhi, or Chennai. Then if he's working in these places, then you have to find out 50% of salary. 50% of salary. Now, if they are not working in either of these places, but if they are working in a different place, like Bangalore, Pune, or so on and so forth, then you have to find out 40% of salary. So after you found out 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, you have to find out the least of the following, the least of the 1, 2, 3, 4 that is exempted from tax. The least is exempted from tax. The least is exempted from tax. I have written here, the least is exempted from the tax. The least is exempt from the tax. We will do a problem at that time, you will understand. Next one, here there is a word salary. Here there is a word salary. Here there is a word salary. Now, what is salary? Is it basic salary or DA or what? So, salary for the purpose of calculation of HRA. Salary for the purpose of calculation of HRA, you have to take 1, basic salary, 2, dearness allowance. If dearness allowance is forming a part of retirement benefits, please remember this. If they are not forming a part of retirement benefits, then you have to ignore. Please, I am repeating once again, salary for the purpose of calculation of HRA. Here you have to calculate salary. Here you have to calculate salary. Here you have to, there is a word salary. So in this case, what is salary? Salary for the purpose of calculation of HRA is basic salary, number 1. Number 2, dearness allowance. If dearness allowance is forming a part of your retirement benefits. If they are not forming a part of the retirement benefits or for the calculation of retirement benefits, if they are not forming a part, then you should not consider in this case. You have to ignore it. And last one is commission paid by the employer to the employee for the turnover achieved by the employee. For example, turnover is, is into sales and he is doing some sales. So he's paying, employer is paying to the employee sales commission of some 50,000 rupees. So you have to take into consideration this 50,000 rupees also for the purpose of calculation of salary. For the purpose of calculation of salary. Okay. So you have to remember these rules 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to by heart it or you have to remember this. Next one. Next, I will go to the next slide, and if there is a problem, we will solve it. Now there is a problem. Very good. So I will remove all these annotations and then we'll solve the problem. So let's do the problem. So the problem is, please remember, you will be given the problem for the financial year 2019-20 or to the that is for assessment year 2020-21. So you have to remember all these things. So let's do the problem. Very small problem, very important problem, and please remember doing, or if you have a thorough knowledge of taxation and that to salary rules, you can help all these employees who want to file returns. You can consult them, you can give consultancy, you can give some consultancy, and then you can earn some remuneration. So this particular topic or subject is very important. Now let's take up the problem. The problem is X is an employee working in A Limited. So first one is private limited. He's working in a private limited company. Number 1. Number 2 is he's having a basic salary of 20,000 per month. Next one is he's having a dearness allowance. He is having a dearness allowance of 7,000 rupees, and half of the dearness allowance is forming a part of retirement benefits. Only half is forming a part of the retirement benefits, which is 3,500, which is 3,500 per month. Which is 3,500 per month. Okay. Next one. Next one is the employer has paid to him bonus of 500 rupees per month. Into 12 months, 60,000 rupees. Plus, he also is paying to the employee commission at a rate of 1% on the turnover of 20 lakh rupees. So this person is very hardworking person, and this person is achieved a target of 20 lakh rupees. and on this 20 lakh rupees is giving 1% of commission, that is 20,000 rupees. Okay. Now, apart from this, so you got basic salary, you got DNS allowance, you got a bonus, you got commission. Now he's even paying to the employee as a part of the salary something called as HRA. This HRA which is paid is 6,000 per month. Number one. Number two. Now this HRA, after he is getting HRA, he is taking a house where he is residing, and then to the owner, this X is paying 7,000 rupees per month. So प्लीज रिमेंबर 6,000 आया, उसमें से बेचारा 7,000 खर्चा किया, तो कुछ इनकम रहेगा क्या? नहीं रहेगा, तो उसको इसके ऊपर टैक्स नहीं लगा सकते. लेट्स सी हाउ मच टू बी टैक्स्ड. एंड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट वन इज he is working in Agra, and this HRA is given for a house in Agra. So we have already seen Bombay, Kolkata, Delhi and Chennai 50% of salary, otherwise it is 40% of salary. So in this case it will be 40% of salary. Now let's do the problem. So please remember, if you know the rules, then only you can solve the problem, otherwise you will not solve the problem. And fortunately the solution is in front of you. Siddesh, I am asking you whether you are able to see the screen. Anybody
Yes,
can
sir.
respond. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's compute the total salary income. Total salary income. See, the other incomes like income from house property, business income, or income from other source, and the capital gains is not given in the problem. So we will find out what is his total income from salary. So this is the format. First one is basic salary. So how much is the basic salary? 20,000. And we assume that he has worked for the whole year and 12 months. So he is getting 20,000 into 12, 2,40,000. 20,000 into 12 is equal to 40,000. 2,40,000, sorry. So I have kept it here. And this column is taxable column. This column is taxable column, means the rule for basic salary, it is fully taxable. So whatever is the taxable amount of the 2,40,000, it has to be carried here. So I have carried 2,40,000 over this place. So this amount is taxable column amount. Next one is basic salary हो गया, उसका rule fully taxable था, तो पूरा का पूरा amount I have taken on the column, amounts column, fully taxable. Dearness allowance is, the rule is fully taxable. Whatever amount you got, the rule says it is fully taxable, and in this case he's been paid 7,000 per month. So 7,000 into 12, the rule says it is fully taxable, so 84,000 is fully taxable. So fully taxable number 1, fully taxable number 2. Next, number 3. Let's see number 3. Number 3 is bonus. I already told in my previous classes, the rule for bonus is fully taxable. So in this case, bonus was paid 500 per month into 12, which is 6,000 rupees. So the rule for it is also fully taxable. So I took that 6,000 rupees on the amount column, which is taxable amount column. Next one is commission paid on the paid by the employer to the employee on the sales turnover achieved by the employee, which is 20 lakhs. 20 lakhs into 1%. 20 lakhs into 1% is 20,000 rupees. And this is also fully taxable. So I have taken in fully taxable column. So fully taxable the rule is. So now the most important one is how to calculate how much is taxable part of HRA. How much is the taxable part of HRA. So for this you should write a note. Now you can please remember, in the examination you can have a separate column like this, where you can write the rule. You rule लिखो और नीचे लिखो fully taxable, fully taxable, fully taxable, fully taxable, like this. And here you can't write fully taxable because we have to do calculations, and after you find out the calculations, you will come to know how much is exempted and how much is taxable. So you have to write working notes number 1. Working notes number 1. So for this I have done working notes here. Working notes number here. So first and foremost, you have to know the rule. The rule is, first there are 4 rules, but as he's working in Agra, so I will skip that 50% because this is not connected to him. So you remove this one and take the 40% salary wala. 40% salary wala. So I will take the 40% one and I have written the rules. The rules are actual HRA received by the employer, by the employee from the employer, rent paid minus 10% of salary, and the third one is 40% of salary. Now first and foremost you have to calculate salary, because here if you look 40% of salary is there and 10% of salary is there. So first and foremost you have to find out salary. I told you salary for the purpose of calculation of HRA is basic salary plus DA, if DA is forming a part of retirement benefits, plus commission. So basic salary for the whole year is getting basic salary of 2,40,000. So that is I have taken DA. How much is he is getting? 84,000. But in the problem it is given that only 50% is going into retirement benefits. Only 50% goes to retirement benefits. So here also you have to take, for the purpose of calculation of HRA, only 50% is to be taken. So 84,000 का ये 84,000 है, उसका 50% आके 42,000 है. Number 2. Number 3 is commission. Commission is nothing but 20,000 rupees. Look here, 20,000 rupees. So add 20,000 rupees. So salary for the purpose of calculation of HRA is 2,40,000, 42,000 and 20,000, which is 3,02,000. So first and foremost you have to find out this salary for the purpose of calculation of HRA is 3,02,000 rupees. So wherever there is a word salary, you have to substitute for the calculation of HRA 3,02,000 rupees. So this is the way you find out. Now I will calculate HRA. How much is exempted, how much is taxable? So first one is 40% of salary. 40% of salary is 40% of 3,02,000 rupees. 40% of 3,02,000 rupees, which is equal to, now I have not written here. Please remember 40% is 120 something like this. Okay, I have not, just a moment. It's a 3,02,000 into 40% is equal to, cancel हो गया, ये cancel हो गया, 120,800. 120,800. It is 120,800. So first is 40% calculate किया. Actual HRA, ये employer ने employee को कितना दिया HRA? इतना दिया. कितना दिया? 6,000 per month. तो 12 महीने का कितना हो गया? 7,20,000. Sorry, 72,000 rupees. Sorry, I'm extremely sorry. It is 72,000 rupees. So you have calculated the second one. So first one is 1,20,800. This is not the case. 1,20,800. Second one is he is giving to the employee 6,000 rupees per month as an HRA. So 6,000 into 12 is 72,000. So number 1, number 2. Number 3 is rent paid. So rent paid minus 10% of salary. Rent paid minus 10% of salary. Rent paid minus 10% of salary. We will calculate this. So rent paid कितना किया उसने? एक महीने का ओनर को जहां पे वो रहता है वो 7,000 पे कर रहा है. तो 7,000 into 12 minus 10% of salary. 10% of salary कितना है? 3,02,000 का 10% है. Already we have found out this. So this is 30,200. So this is 30,200. तो 84,000, ये 84,000 है. 7,000 into 12 is 84,000. 84,000 में से हम लोग 30,200 को निकाल देंगे तो अपने को ये फिगर आएगा. You will get this figure. So you got first calculation, you got second calculation, and you got third calculation. I will revise once again for your convenience. So first and foremost, we have found out salary for the purpose of calculation of HRA. So that is 3,12,000 rupees. So I have written the rules 1, 2, 3. So first one is 40% of salary. So 3,02,000 into 40% of salary is 1,02,000, 20,800. I have calculated this. Number 2 is actual HRA received by the employee from the employer is 6,000 per month into 12 is equal to 72,000. This also I have calculated. Number 3 is rent paid minus 10% of salary. These are the rules. I am not framing the rule. These are the rules of direct taxation. So whatever are the rules, you have to just incorporate in your problem. So rent paid minus 10% of salary. Rent paid देखो 7,000 into 12 months 84,000 minus 10% of salary. So already I have calculated 10% of salary. Salary is 3,02,000 for the purpose of calculation. तो 3,02,000 का 10% आके 30,200, तो 84,000 ये है. 84,000 में से 30,200 निकाल दो, 53,800 आएगा. तो आप लोगों ने 3 कैलकुलेशंस किया. आप लोगों ने अभी 3 कैलकुलेशंस किया, 1 2 3. इसमें से जो लोएस्ट है 1 2 3 में जो लोएस्ट है वो कितना है? 53,800 है. That is exempted from tax. That is exempted from tax. That is exempted from tax. So least you have to find out, and that is exempted from tax. So 53,000 is exempted. So you look here, 53,800 is exempted from tax. So now how much is taxable? So इतना exemption हो गया, tax इसके ऊपर पे नहीं करना है, तो कितने के ऊपर पे करना है? Let's calculate that. Okay. Now how much he has received from the employee? Employer से कितना मिला है? 72,000 मिला है. 72,000 मिला है. 6,000 into 12. 6,000 into 12 इतना मिला है. लेकिन रूल कैलकुलेट करके हम लोगों ने ये पता लगाया है कि कितना एग्जेम्प्टेड है. 53,800 एग्जेम्प्टेड है. 800 एग्जेम्प्टेड है. टैक्सेबल कितना है? 200. ये 4 सॉरी ये कितना है? 8 and this is 1. So you will get 18,200 taxable. You received 72,000. This was your income. Received income of 72,000. But इसके ऊपर पे नहीं करना है. इसमें से इतना निकालना है ना. टैक्स एग्जम्पशन कितने के ऊपर मिलेगा? 53,800 के ऊपर मिलेगा. तो इसमें से इतना एग्जम्पशन मिला है, तो डिफरेंस कितना है? 18,200 है, वो टैक्सेबल है. So I have taken this 18,200 over this place, which is taxable column. This is the taxable column. This is the taxable column. तो मैंने taxable column में पूरा का पूरा मैंने नहीं लिया, 18,200 है उतना ही लिया है. So now 1 2 3 4 5. This is taxable, this is taxable, this is taxable, this is taxable, and this is taxable. 2,40,000 is taxable, 84,000 is taxable, 6,000 is taxable, 20,000 is taxable, 18,200 is taxable. So you total it. Now you have summed it, and the sum is 3,68,200. 3,68,200. So this is the total income from salary, total taxable income from salary on which you have to pay tax. On this you have to pay tax. We will find out how much is the tax in the as we progress in the next classes. We will find out this. Okay. Now next one. Now so we have understood HRA now. Very important aspect we have found out, and HRA is calculated like this. So next allowance. Now calculate. Now let's understand some more allowances. Now some more allowances we will understand. Some more allowances is, this one is entertainment allowance. This one is entertainment. This slide is talking about entertainment allowance. What is entertainment allowance? Entertainment. For example, if he is working in an organization in the night, so he is given some snacks, cool drinks, etc., etc. For this, we name it as entertainment allowance. The rule for entertainment allowance is, this allowance is first included in gross salary under allowances, and then deduction is given only to central government employees under section 16(2). So first आके हम लोग इसको पूरा allowances में दिखाएंगे as an income from salary, and which becomes a part of gross salary. And then in case of central government and state government employees, this is shown as a deduction and which is exempted from tax. So this is a procedure. So we will see how to calculate entertainment allowance in case of a central government employee, state government employee, and a private employee. In case of private employee, sorry, there are some rules. We'll see these rules in the forthcoming. Next one. Now there are some special allowances. There are some allowances which are meant to meet personal expenditure, and they are going to be we have to know the rules for this. So here the first allowance is children's educational allowance. So the rule is up to 100 rupees per month per child is exempted from tax to the maximum of 2 children. So you have to by heart this rule. This rule says that up to 100 rupees per month per child is exempted from tax, and over and above it is fully taxable. And this allowance is given only to a maximum of 2 children. If the employee is having 1 children, then calculate for 1. If the employee is having 2 children, calculate for 2. If the employee is having no children, then he is not eligible for this one, because when there is no child, how can he give, the employer can give children's educational allowance. If he is having 3 children, then it can be given maximum to the extent of 2 child, and per child 100 rupees per month, and maximum of 2 children. So this is the rule. Next one is children's hostel allowance. Children hostel allowance, the rule is, again there is a rule, the employer can give whatever he wants, but the income tax department or the CBDT in consultation with the finance department has told that this is exempted from tax to the extent of 300 rupees per month per child for a maximum of 2 children. So 300, children's educational allowance is 100 rupees, children's hostel allowance is 300 rupees per month per child, up to 2 children only. Over and above, it is fully taxable. This is another rule. Next one, all these rules you have to remember. Next one is transport allowance. From house to office, and from office to house, there is a petrol expenditure, traveling expenditure incurred by the employee for the employment purpose, and the rule says that up to 800 rupees per month is exempted from tax. Over and above, it is fully taxable in case of a normal person. In case of an abnormal person, like a physically handicapped person, it is exempted to the extent of 1600 rupees per month. This is another rule. Next one. So we have seen till so far HRA, children's educational allowance, children hostel allowance, transportation allowance. Next one is outstation allowance. Outstation allowance, and this person is working in a transport system. For example, very important, I am telling you. See, my father is, example, working in railways. Is working in railways, or in Maharashtra state road transport, or in a private road transport. Okay, so what is happening? He is a driver. For example, he is a driver. So he will, for example, he is a driver of this particular rail from which moves from Jaipur to Bangalore. So it's almost 2 days journey. It's a 2 days journey. So Jaipur to Bangalore वो जा रहा है. क्यों जा रहा है? Because he is working in a railway employment and he is the driver of this bus or rail. So तो 2 दिन में आने जाने में 4 दिन लगेगा. तो वो घर से दूर जा रहा है, and because of this reason he is not having food in time. So, and he is spending money on food and other things. To compensate this, there is an allowance which is called as out of station allowance. Out of station allowance. Now there is a rule for this. The rule is the least of the two is exempted from tax. इन दोनों में से जो कम है, which is exempted from tax. So 70% of such allowance or 6,000 rupees per month. मैक्सिमम कितना दे सकता है? एम्प्लॉयर एम्प्लॉई को 6,000 पर मंथ ऐसे खर्चों के लिए दे सकता है, या 70% ऑफ सच अलाउंस. 70% ऑफ सच अलाउंस. फॉर एग्जांपल 10,000 रुपीज पर मंथ दे रहा है, तो कितना मैक्सिमम दे सकता है? 70% एग्जम्पशन है, तो 7,000 पर मंथ. सो 7,000 पर मंथ इज एग्जेम्प्टेड, बट टू अ मैक्सिमम ऑफ 6,000 पर मंथ. सो इसको 7,000 रुपीज पर मंथ मिल रहा है, लेकिन उसमें से कितना एग्जेम्प्टेड है? 6,000 per month is exempted. For example, here इधर मैं 8,000 करता हूँ, so 8,000 per month दे रहा है, लेकिन उसका 70% कैलकुलेट करो तो 5,600 per month. ये वो एक फिगर आया. दूसरा फिगर ये बोल रहा है, इसमें से जो लो है ये कौन सा है? 5,600 per month. तो 5,600 per month is exempted. Another example is he is given 12,000 per month as outstation allowance, out of station allowance. So इसका 70% कैलकुलेट करो, which is 8,400 per month. 8,400 पर मंथ. रूल क्या बोलता है? दिस और दिस, इसमें से जो भी लोएस्ट है इज एग्जेम्प्टेड फ्रॉम टैक्स. सो हाउ मच इज एग्जेम्प्टेड? 6,000 पर मंथ इज एग्जेम्प्टेड. कितना मिला उसको? 8,000 पर मंथ मिला, बिकॉज यू हैव टू टेक इनटू कंसीडरेशन 8,000. सो बाकी का टैक्सेबल रहेगा. ओके, वी विल सी दिस प्रॉब्लम्स इन द फोर्थकमिंग क्लासेस. नेक्स्ट वन. नाउ दिस ऑलरेडी वी हैव सीन. fully exempted we have seen. Now let's do a small problem. I will just discuss, and then tomorrow, if time permits, we will do a problem on this one. Very, very important problem. It's a very comprehensive problem covering many aspects of allowances. Many aspects of allowances, and you have to calculate his gross salary income for the financial year 2019-20, and you have to find out the taxable gross salary income or gross salary income for the assessment year 2020-21. We'll see this. So we'll just discuss this problem and for 10 minutes, and then we will take up question and answers, and then tomorrow we'll do it on a board. Now his work, Mr. X is working in Bombay at a monthly salary of 4,000 rupees per month. इसको कितना मिल रहा है? 4,000 rupees per month मिल रहा है. तो इधर कुछ बोला है क्या कि in the year 2019-20 कितना महीना काम किया? So if it is not given in the problem how many months he has worked, so you have to take the whole 12 months he is worked, and for whole 12 months he is getting salary. If it is not given, you have to take 12 months. For example, it is stated that he has started his work from 1/8/2019. Means what? He has not started from 1st April 2019. He has started his career from 1/8. So 8 August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March has 8 months. So you have to calculate only 8 months only, because he is not getting salary for 12 months. When he has worked for 8 months or 9 months, how can he get 12 months? So you have to be very cautious in the problem. Look at the problem very thoroughly and find out how many months he has worked for the organization and how many months salary he is getting. So this is number one. Number two, he is getting commission of 1%. What is the rule for this one? So monthly salary, it is fully taxable. Next one is entitled to a commission of 1% on the sales achieved, and the sales achieved was 10 lakh rupees for the year. So 10 lakhs into 1% is 10,000 rupees, and the rule is it is fully taxable. So this is also fully taxable. We will take it in the fully taxable column. Now he has given, the employer is furnishing some more additional information pertaining to Mr. X. What is that? Dearness allowance is 2,000 rupees per month, which is granted under terms of employment and counter for retirement benefits. So ye full 100% it goes into the calculation of retirement benefits. So you will ask, sir, what do you mean by 100% going into the calculation of retirement benefits? I will speak to you after 5 minutes about this particular aspect. Okay. Next one is bonus. Bonus will be for the whole year, not for month. Here, if you look, dearness allowance per month or basic salary, this is per month. Okay. Whereas bonus will be for per year. So you should not commit mistake. By mistake, you have written 32,000 into 12. It's wrong, because basic salary, DA, HRA, these are given per month, whereas bonus is given only once in a year. And this is 32,000. The rule is fully taxable. The rule is fully taxable. Next one. Let's look at HRA. Already just we have calculated HRA. In this case, he is in Bombay. So here we have to take, in the last class, last slide, it was in Agra. So we calculated 40%. But here he is in Mumbai, working in Mumbai, and is given a house in Mumbai or taking a house in Mumbai. So you have to, in place of 40%, you have to calculate 50% of salary. 1, 2, 3 rules, if you remember. Next one is HR, entertainment allowance. There is a rule. We will see this rule in the next slide. Next one is children's educational allowance, and it is rupees 500 per month. Now it is not given whether it is how many children are there. So I will consider in the examination they will clearly give how many children he has got. So I will assume it is only one child. I am assuming the problem, okay? But in the examination they will give you 5,000 per month per child, and is having one child only. One child is having. So here the rule says that up to 500 rupees per month is exempted. So I will just show you. 500 rupees into 12 is equal to 6,000 rupees is receiving from the employer salary. 500 into 12 is equal to 6,000 rupees is receiving. But the rule says that he has to, how much is exempted? Exempted is 100 rupees per month per child. So he has got only one child. So one child is getting 100 rupees. For 12 months, he will get 1,200 rupees. So this is his income. This is what is received. And this is his exempted. Exempted is 1,200 rupees. The difference of 4,800 is taxable. 4,800 is taxable. So this is the way you have to calculate. Next one is Next one. So we have just now we have done this one also. Next one is transportation allowance. What is the rule for transport allowance from house to office and office to house? The rule says that if he's a normal person, he has to be given maximum of 800. Over to 800, whatever is the difference, it is fully taxable. So in this case, how much is over and above 800? It is 200. So 200 per month is fully taxable. 200 into 12 is equal to 2400 for the whole year is fully taxable. Or you calculate how much is received. 1000 rupees into 12 is equal to 12,000 rupees is what he has received from the employer. The rule says that 800 is exempted from this 12,000 from this 1000 rupees per month. So 9600 is exempted. So the difference of 2400 is fully taxable, and we will take it in the taxable column. This is the way you can calculate. Or this is the income, this is the exemption, this is the tax. Next one. Next one is medical allowance. What is the rule for medical allowance? It is fully taxable. So 500 into 12 is equal to 500 into 12 is equal to 6,000. The rule is fully taxable. Take it to the fully taxable column. So this is the full medical allowance. Next one is servant allowance. Servant allowance. Servant allowance. What is the rule? The rule for servant allowance is fully taxable. So 200 into 12 is equal to 2400. It is fully taxable and shown on the taxable column. Next one is city compensatory allowance. I told you the rule for city compensatory allowance is it is fully taxable. It is fully taxable. So 300 into 12 is equal to 3600. The rule is there in front of you, and this is put on the taxable column amount. 3600 is fully taxable. Next is very, very important, research allowance. There is a rule. This comes under special allowance. This comes under special allowance. This comes under special allowance. There is a topic on special allowance. The rule for special allowance, there are 6 special allowances. There are 6 special allowances. There is a separate slide for it, but just for the purpose of taking and making you aware that there is something called a special allowance, I have just shown it on this in this particular numerical problem. The rule for special allowances, there are 6 special allowances. I have taken one here, research allowance. So the employer is giving to the employee research allowance for carrying out research by the employee. So research carry out करने के लिए अपना, see, we have to do a lot of research, then only the company will progress, and as a human being you will progress. That's the reason we have something called as SIP, and this is a research project. So you are doing research. So research is very important. So in the same way, employer has to give some amount towards to the employee towards research allowance. So in this case, he is given 500 rupees per month. And how much he is spending for the whole year? Out of this, the employee is spending 3,000 rupees. The rule says that इसमें से दोनों में से जो भी lowest है, that is exempted from tax. इसमें से जो भी lowest है वो exempted है. तो 5, what is the exemption? Which is the lowest? 500 into 12 मिल रहा है, वो 6,000 मिल रहा है for the whole year, और इतना received है, कितना spend किया उसने? इसमें से उसने 3,000 spend किया, तो कितना exempted है? इतना exempted है. The lowest is exempted from tax. तो इतना exempted है, तो इसमें से इतना exempted है, तो बाकी का जो भी है over and above the 3,000 rupees, this is fully taxable. Okay, now I will show you the answer. The answer is in front of you. The answer is in front of you, and I will remove the annotations. So this is the way you have to solve the problem. The problem is there, as well as the slide is having the solution to it, and you can look for yourself. The solution is there, and tomorrow when we are talking, we will do all these calculations. It will take 15 minutes, and then we will complete the problem. So please remember all these rules. You have to remember from time to time. Without knowing the rules, you will not be able to do the problem. You have to, the first chapter is a very big chapter, but very informative chapter, and there are so many allowances and perquisites. Just we have till so far seen the basics of salary and allowances, and there are so many perquisites like 10 to 15